What potential areas of cooperation do you see between Sweden and Indonesia?
We have we have something that we call SISP, Sweden-Indonesia Sustainability Partnership, that was launched by my predecessor, and we are working exactly on these sectors that we are talking about. I think that there are huge potential for collaboration, and especially, I would say, transport, electrification of vehicles. That will be a key issue. I know that there's a lot of interest, and it will be interesting to see also how you will deal with the new capital in that sense, making sure that there is an infrastructure there from the beginning. Energy, all kinds of green energy, and not only creating energy, but also getting the energy into an existing grid, which is complicated in itself. That's something where we have a lot of knowledge and competence from the Swedish side. And health. Health is a big issue. There have been a lot of contacts between Sweden and Indonesia on the health side in both directions, both companies, but also hospitals and advocacy programs, how to reach people. Because I know that here in Indonesia, one of the biggest challenges you have when it comes to health issues, especially health issues related to women, is to get the information out there that you will need to get to a doctor or at least some sort of medical care early on if you feel that you are not feeling well. And that is also something that we are collaborating with. So.
And what measure is Sweden taking to encourage Swedish companies to invest in Indonesia?
Every time that I get the chance to talk to the Swedish business community, I talk about Indonesia. And of course I talk about this as a country that have experienced economic growth for many years. We have seen that the Indonesian democracy is still there and it's still holding on. I know that when I was a student many years ago and you had the first elections in Indonesia, I know that there were a lot of skeptics that's not going to last. It's still here. It's an impressive achievement. It's a huge market. It's a country that has a production capacity that I think could be developed even more. That being said, nothing I can say to the Swedish business community would matter as much as Indonesia actually doing the reforms that are still needed. Because I talked recently to a representative from H&M, the big Swedish fashion retailer, and she told me that if you go into a H&M store here in Indonesia and buy, let's say, a shirt, that would be the second most expensive place in the world to buy that shirt, because it would be available in thousands of H&M stores all over the world. And only in the US would it be more expensive than is Indonesia. And that is because the rules of regulations, you have the tariffs, you have import restrictions, you have demands for local production, you have certification system that makes it expensive to do business here. So we've heard from the current president and from the incoming president, most likely, that they want to continue reforms of the Indonesian regulatory system. That is going to matter much more than anything I can say, because the potential is huge, and the business community is looking a lot at Indonesia. But make sure that you create the conditions that they need to create also working opportunities and investments here in Indonesia.
I agree with you on that.